Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Tonight is Shabbat Zachor, which is a special Shabbat right before the holiday of Purim. And Zachor means to remember. And I'm going to be speaking about that in a little bit. But as usual, we welcome everyone on live stream and everyone who's here. And we begin in song on page 128 with Hine Matov.
So this is a Hine Matov that we do as a round. So let's all sing it together, and then we're going to divide it up, and it's going to be beautiful. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Now you guys take the low part.
Hine matov u'manayim shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet ahim gam yachad.
We turn back in our prayer books to page 121, and we invite up at this time to light the candles and to recite the Kiddush, our bar mitzvah for tomorrow morning, Hudson Walter and his mother.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Do you know how to light a match?
No.
Okay, good. Here, hang on. Okay, that's good. I don't know if I do yet. That's it. All right, I say the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Okay, you take your cup, right?
We turn to the bottom of page 122.
The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array on the seventh day. God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen.
Amen. Have a sip.
Lindsay, would you like to take us?
That's it. That's it. Till tomorrow. How did that feel, Hudson?
Do I drink all of it?
You can. You can have all three.
You can have all three.
Any more? All right. All right, we're good? All right. Mazel tov.
We can't wait for tomorrow. We continue on page 264 with the Baruch Hu, and I invite everyone to please rise.
Baruch et Adonai, Amevorach. Baruch Adonai, Amevorach.
Page 266, we read together in the middle of the page. In each age, we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment, we are addressed by the world.
In each age, we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment, we stand face to face with truth.
In each age, we add our wisdom to those that have gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto L'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובמלאכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
On page 269, we read antiphonally, and the Cantor side begins.
Okay, we ready? We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
Yet that oneness eludes our grasp, as imperfection and evil abound.
Before our eyes, there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learn God's presence redeems time and event. So we celebrate this power that makes for freedom.
We join together in our Song of Freedom on page 270.
I love that melody.
I know, I love it too. We love it.
It is so pretty. And the way
I just
that-
learned it this year.
Oh.
And so did everyone else.
So now we all love it. On page 273, we find Tefillah, the prayer, or it's also called the Amidah, the standing prayer. And it invites us to connect with our ancestors and then to notice that God is holy and gives strength to the weary, and all the things that we try to do in our lives are represented in the Givurot. And then we notice the holiness of Shabbat. So on page 273, I invite everyone to rise.
Adonai, sabatati tachufia gitahilatecha. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Ha'adorah, Eneyod, Omer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zoher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Mevi Gula Livnei Bneihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magim, Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Olam Adonai, B'chei kol atah Rav Nehushia, Mashiv HaRuach u'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim b'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol b'Rachamim Rabim, Somich Noflim v'Ofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunato, Lishinei Hafar, Michamocha Ba'al Givurot, Amidah Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neman Atan HaChayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Michayei HaKol, Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, Kadoshim b'chol yom mehalucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
I invite you at this time to either stand or sit as we continue to read through page 282, where we find Shalom Rav. Some of the prayers and the English of these prayers are really beautiful in this section. So take some time just to read. We continue on page 282 with Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim, Tasim Leolam.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim, Tasim Leolam.
Ki atah umelech Adon, lechol hashalom, lechol hashalom. Ki
Atah umelech Adon, ulol hashalom, ulol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Yisrael נשים לעולם, לעולם, לעולם.
On the Jewish calendar, there are two holidays that are exactly a line apart. One is Yom HaKippur, the other is Purim. And as you notice, they both sound a little bit alike. On Yom Kippur, we strip ourselves down to who we are, to our essence, the places where we don't like to look. It's like looking in a fluorescent, in a department store in a bathing suit and noticing everything that we don't want to see about ourselves. And that's what we do on Yom Kippur. We look at who we truly are. We apologize to those who we've hurt, and we let others who've hurt us know that we've hurt them. And on Yom Kippur, it's the exact opposite. We dress up and don't reveal who we are. Esther's name means hidden in Persian, and the whole story is about being hidden and then finally revealing who you truly are. So this weekend is a time of disguising ourselves, or putting on masks of different professions that we wish we would have gone into or have thought about. And it's a time of really celebrating the joy that's in Judaism, especially the joy in survival. So as we go into silent prayer, take some time and think of those moments, especially this past week, that brought you joy.
May the words of my mouth
and the meditations
meditations
of my heart
be
acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer.
Yihiu leratzon imrefi ve'geyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzori ve'goali. Adonai tzori ve'goali.
I just want to share that one of the things that I'm grateful for this week is Hudson and his family. As you see, we don't have flowers tonight. They decided to make these beautiful baskets to donate to a soup kitchen because there are so many people who are in need of food in this area. And this is such a beautiful way to celebrate Shabbat and to celebrate becoming a Jewish adult and standing up and helping to take care of others. So thank you for this. And if anyone else wants to do this, even, we could try to do this as a,
It's actually very timely because during Purim,
Right.
there are only a few commandments. And one of them is to give matanyot le'evyonim, gifts to the needy, to the people who need it the most. So very appropriate timing as well. But there's always needy people.
So we turn to our Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah, which is found on page 366 as we rise.
Is it your Queen Esther pin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
You can be seated.
So our Torah portion tonight is called Tetzaveh. It's found on page 618. That's a holy number. And it starts to talk about the Ner Tamid and how the high priest must keep the light going all the time. And during the time about which we read, they didn't have light bulbs or anything that was on. Someone had to tend the fire constantly. And if the fire wasn't tended, then it would go out. And
Like all fires.
right. And when you think of Judaism especially, we constantly need to tend our own fire because if we step away, then the fire goes out. And it's much harder to relight a fire than it is to keep feeding it kindling. So my prayer is that everyone keeps their Jewish flame alive and keeps feeding the flame of our existence.
I just want to say also that tonight, in the part that I'm reading, it talks about the colors the high priests wore on their vestments, which are the reasons we have these exact colors on ours, and you'll see it listed in the English on page 618, as the rabbi said. So that's it wasn't a random choice. It was a deliberate choice. And the last thing I want to say is that when I was a student cantor once, you were talking about the Ner Tamid. I must have started at a young age being responsible for a lot of things. But anyway, somebody ran up to me and they said, right before services, Cantor, the Ner Tamid is out. the eternal flame is out. I said, well, it's a light bulb, and it probably, died. It's a light bulb. This was an adult. I said, yeah, it's a light bulb. And so I said, it's symbolic, very symbolic, important. It's the Jewish, it is the eternal light bulb, okay? So anyway, I really think I traumatized this person, and I really feel bad about it. But
I think they were already traumatized by the notion that it was out.
But I wasn't properly worried about it. All right. Ready?
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher harbanu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Hunter, Hudson, this should sound familiar. ואתה תצוות בני ישראל, ויחו אליך שמן זית זך, כתית למאור להעלות נר תמיד, באוכל מחוץ לפרוכת, אשר על העדות ירוך, אותו אהרון ובניו, בערב עד בוקר, לפני אדוני, הוקת עולם לדורותם מאת בני ישראל, ותקרב אליך את אהרון אחיך ואת בניו, איתו מתוך בני ישראל לככנו לי, אהרון נדב אביהו, אלעזר ותמר בני אהרון, ועשית בגדי קודש לאהרון אחיך לכבוד ולתפארת. ואתה תדבר אל כל חכמי לב, אשר מילאתי רוח חוכמה, ועשו בגדי אהרון לקדשו להכנו לי. ואלה הבגדים אשר יעשו חושן ואפוד ומעיל, וכתונת תשבץ מצנפת ואבנית, ועשו בגדי קודש לאהרון אחיך ולבניו לככנו לי. והם ייחו את זהב, את התכלת וארגמן, ותולעת השני ואת השש. Does that sound familiar? Good. He's reading that tomorrow. That's great.
Start me off.
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayim olam nata v'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Beautiful job. And wait till you see her tomorrow night as Queen Esther.
Please rise. We turn in our prayer books to page 371 for that prayer for healing. Our prayer for healing is not only about healing of body, but it's about healing of body, mind, spirit, and soul. And we know that when one part of our psyche or body is broken, that often there are other places in our body, our mind, our soul that hurt as well. And so when we say this prayer, we say this for the fullness of our entire body and for complete healing. We mention those from our community: Rabbi Robert Orak, Martha Branween, Jessica Knight, Niles Chopair, Myra Taxa, Michael Lynch, Yvette Urado, Barry Bernstein, Sophia Van S., Bernard Shagan, Florence Schreiner, Chun Min Lee, Donald Welsh, Jack Widener, Chuck Prezand, Daryl Turner, James Powell, Stephen Tillman, Larry Needleman, Sue Miller, Don Schatz, Rose Schatz, Jake Shaber, Cindy Kennedy, Rita McWilliams, Joyce Sugarman, Andrew Maurer, and Gerald Reisner. If there's anyone else who you are thinking of, please state their name as my eyes meet yours.
Paul Salk and Catherine Tedeschi.
Thank you.
Jerry, Suzanne Art, Stacy Gilchrist.
Thank you. The words for the Mishaberach
Are not in your prayer book.
are not in our prayer book.
But I sing, you sing.
Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
help us renew our faith.
help us renew our faith.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days. Na refanala, refanala nu. El na refanala, refanala nu.
Restore strength of body.
Restore our strength of body.
Help clarify our minds.
Help clarify our minds.
Refresh our tired spirits.
Refresh our tired spirits.
Rejuvenate our light.
Rejuvenate our lives. Na refanala, refanala nu. El na refanala, refanala nu.
Thank you for all these blessings.
Thank you for all these blessings.
Throughout our day and night,
Throughout our day and night,
we celebrate the journey.
we celebrate the journey.
This precious gift of life.
This precious gift of life. Na refanala, refanala nu. El na refanala, refanala nu.
We turn to page 374 as we return the Torah to the Ark.
Hashivenu Adonai, Elecha v'nashuva, Adei Shamenu kegedem, Adei Shamenu kegedem.
Please be seated. Tonight we celebrate a special Shabbat, as I mentioned earlier, Shabbat Zachor, the Sabbath on which we remember. We remember Amalek, the ancestor of Haman, on the Shabbat right before Purim. And we hope that you'll join us tomorrow night for our adult Purim spiel. Neil Diamond, well, the world music according to
It's
Neil
great.
Diamond.
It's great, I have
And-
to say.
Yeah.
One of our best.
It's always very funny, and there's amazing food. So please come and join us. And we hope you'll join us on Sunday if you've got little ones for the religious school spiel and the Purim Carnival, which follows. One of the turning points in the book of Esther comes when Mordecai urges Esther to summon her courage and approach the king on behalf of her people. He tells her If you remain silent, help will come from another place. And who will know whether it's for such a time as this that you rose to royalty? Who knows? That's the heart of this all. We rarely know the consequences of our decisions. The smallest choice can carry an enormous unseen impact. Robert Frost captures this uncertainty in his poem, The Road Not Taken. Two paths diverge, and the traveler must choose without knowing where either one leads. One decision, he says, has made all the difference. But how do we choose when outcomes are hidden to us, as they are most of the time? Imagine Mordecai briefing Esther. The issue, a decree threatens the Jewish people. The background, Haman, who's enraged at Mordecai. The objective, survival. The recommendation, go to the king despite the risk. Esther's choice is not easy and not certain, and it's grounded in values. Ethicist Rushword Kidder teaches that many of our hardest choices are not between right and wrong, but between two goods in tension. He names 4 common dilemmas. The first, truth versus loyalty. Sometimes honesty must be weighed against care for another person. Jewish tradition recognizes that protecting dignity can matter deeply. Second, the individual versus the community. To belong to a community is to accept that we won't always get our way, especially not a Jewish community. At times, we yield for the sake of the whole. Short-term versus long-term. Immediate needs press on us, yet wisdom asks what will endure. Justice versus mercy. Our tradition imagines that even God balances these in creating the world. A world of only justice or only mercy could not stand by itself. These are not simple calculations, they're value judgments. We cannot know the outcomes, but we can know what we truly stand for. Esther cannot see the end of the story. In fact, her name means hidden, and God never appears in the Megillah. She cannot guarantee success. What she can do is act in alignment with her deepest commitments and values to her people, to courage, and to responsibility. She steps forward, and we all know how the story turns out. On Shabbat Zachor, remembrance is not about remembering the past. It is a call to presence, to recognize the moments that are placed before us each and every day. Who knows what decisions we face? Who knows what difference a single act of courage may make? May we be blessed on the Shabbat of remembering to carry the courage of Esther and the clarity of Mordecai, to choose with conviction, guided by our deepest values, even when the path ahead is unseen. And may our choices, grounded in those values, make all the difference. With one choice, we can change the world. Ellen Goldberg represents our board tonight, and she has some announcements for us. A long list, I think, sorry. But a worthwhile list.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Ellen Goldberg, the immediate past co-president of Sisterhood and current treasurer. And on behalf of MRT, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us tonight. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. is going to be the bar mitzvah of Hudson Walter. Mazel tov to the Walter family. Our annual adult Purim spiel, as the rabbi already mentioned, is going to take place tomorrow night, followed by dinner, and it starts at 6 p.m. This year's spiel, of course that was already mentioned as well, is Neil Diamond. If you haven't seen the movie, the recent movie, I strongly recommend it. It was so good. Sunday at 11 a.m. is our annual school-wide Purim Carnival. Join us for carnival games, prizes, a bounce house, cotton candy, food, popcorn, and so much more. Please remember to bring money for tickets. The tzedakah box recipient for February is the Parker Family Health Center in Red Bank. The Parker Family Health Center, which is a free medical clinic, provides care to those people who might otherwise not be able to access medical care. It serves as an initial healthcare access point and provides referrals for specialty care, one of the most significant hurdles for the uninsured, through a network of specialists who volunteer regularly at the clinic. Save the date for our Scholar in Residence program on Sunday, March 15th, starting at 1 p.m. Rabbi Leah Rachel Berkowitz will present arguments for the sake of heaven, maintaining civility during turbulent times. Please consider the Sisterhood store for all your Judaica needs. If you have any needs that you want to purchase from us, there's glass windows out in the lobby, and you can take a look. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored by the Walter family in honor of Hudson's bar mitzvah. Thank you. I also want to mention that Sisterhood is giving out their Shalach Manot bags, so please make sure that you come to the table at the end of the service for members of the synagogue, and we will check you off to make sure you have your Shalach Manot. And if you purchased a box of Hamantashen, the dozen Hamantashen, we have those for you. If you have not yet purchased the dozen Hamantashen that are outstanding this year, we have multiple boxes available for $10. If you are celebrating a special occasion or observing a loved one's yahrzeit, we hope you will consider sponsoring an oneg to honor the occasion. Contact the main office for more information. MRT is very pleased to offer high-quality live streaming to those who cannot attend in person. As a matter of fact, my son-in-law, Jeff, hi Jeff, is watching from Philadelphia.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah. He texted me tonight and said, "What time is the service? I want to watch."
That's so nice.
I know. We stream all Shabbat, holiday, and life cycle services. Tomorrow night's going to be live stream
Yes,
too,
it
right?
is. Forever.
If you've been enjoying our live stream, please consider joining MRT or making a donation through our website, www.monmouthreformtemple.org. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Jeff and Jeremy just got married on this bima
Yes,
a few months ago.
Woohoo. So if you've noticed, every week after I give a sermon, I
Yeah.
start to cough.
I hadn't noticed that.
So I think either
It sounds
I'm
like I'm not very
allergic to
compassionate.
myself talking,
No,
which may mean I need to stop talking,
no.
or maybe something on the bima.
I don't know, Rabbi. But
So I
do-
apologize for coughing after every sermon, but I always do.
I have a question though. Traditionally speaking, and maybe Leslie will know. I can't. There's 2 times a year the rabbi is supposed to give a sermon, and only 2 times a year.
Yeah.
It's Shabbat Hagadol,
Mm-hmm.
and is it also Shabbat Zachor?
No, Shabbat Shuva.
Shabbat Shuva. Okay. So, Rabbi, theoretically, traditionally speaking, you could do 2 sermons a year, according to tradition.
Yeah. I don't think I could get away with that.
Shabbat Hagadol.
No.
And it's ironic
That's
that it's
true.
Shabbat Shuvah, because that's just Shabbat between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which is not always so well attended. So that's ironic. Okay.
So maybe I'll give a 50-minute sermon
Yeah.
that time, because I keep my high holiday sermons to 12 minutes, which I know Rabbi Bergson thinks is crazy, but we turn to page 586 and rise for the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, ותגדו לה ליוצר בראשית, שגולות השמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומשב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהם מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אלוהינו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני
Please be seated. We turn to page 596. We have lived in numberless towns and villages, and in too many of them we have endured cruel suffering. Some we have forgotten, others are sealed in our memory, a wound that does not heal. 100 generations of victims and martyrs, and still their blood cries out from the earth. And so many at Dachau, at Buchenwald, at Baba Yar, so many places around the world. What can we say? What can we do? How bear the unbearable or accept what life has brought to our people? All who are born must die, but how shall we compare the slow passage of time with the callous slaughter of the innocent cut off before their time? They lived with faith, not all, but many, and surely many died with faith in God and life and the goodness that even flames cannot destroy. Back to the Ner Tamid. May we find a way to the strength of that faith, that trust, and that sure sense that life and soul endure beyond this body's death. They have left their lives to let us, a million prayers rise whenever Jews worship. Let a million candles glow against the darkness of those unfinished lives. Esther may be just a story or a moral, but it reminds us that there are so many generations who have stood up for what they believed in and have saved people along the way. May we continue to stand up for all of those and the lessons of Jewish values that we've been taught from generations past. We turn to page 598, but before we do, please rise. We mention in the period of Shloshim, Larry Hershoff, and we recall those whose yahrzeit falls at this time in seasons past. We remember Dave Anderson, Abraham Bialy, Rita Bleestein, Neil Brandwein, Fred Chalnick, John Richardson Clissold, Martin Cole, Andrea Friedman, Henry Gatz, Dorothy Gary, Eugene German, Seymour Grauer, Sophie Gruber, Jean Jochnowitz, Joe Fried Jr., Philip Kalb, Reba Levin, Rose Levinsky, Hannah Levitz, Ann Mariner, Bernard Mausner, Raymond Misch, Jean Morse, Dorothy Silfen, Beatrice Silverman, Bella Schmulowitz, Dorothy Teitelbaum, Hyman Weschnack, and Louise Zarin. Is there anyone else that you wish to remember at this time?
Hilda Morer.
Stanley Spiegel.
Thank you. On page 598, we recite the ancient Aramaic words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirte v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, v'chaye d'kol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'thmal kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithalel v'yithalal shemei dekudisha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
Please be seated. Our closing song is not found in your book, but we all know the words.
Our
And they
closing
are.
song is so fun and funny. It's sort of like a real pivot from what we just did.
Yeah.
But those who lived before us commanded us to celebrate, so we should remember them. So this is called Wicked, Wicked Man. So even if you chime in with the wicked, who is the wicked man?
Haman.
A plus. Okay.
Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He would have murdered all the Jews, though they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Hamantashes. And Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd kill us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Hamantashen. Let's see, and Mordecai. And Mordecai, her cousin bold, said, what a dreadful pickle. If Haman should be successful now, we will not live on. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Hamantashen. You have to wait. You have to see what happens in the story. Won't tell you the rest.
So Cantor, I noticed that you said pickle,
Pickle.
and we will be having pickles tomorrow
We
night.
are. 4 kinds of pickles.
So maybe that's the tie-in between Delhi and Purim.
So profound. Rabbi, you need never give a sermon. Just say things like that.
Sorry.
It was awesome. Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam,
hamotzi lechem min haaretz,
B'tei avon, which means good eating. I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom, and may we continue to rejoice together and eat some Hamantashen, if there are any in there. The Sisterhood's Hamantashen are beyond.
No, buy the box. I want to say this, and I'm not just saying this. I've already eaten 6. They're profoundly good this year. Profoundly good.
Yeah,
And I don't know
ate all
what it
the
is.
dead ones, but they weren't dead ones.
No, they
They're
gave us
just-
the seconds. Shabbat Shalom.
Delicious. May you go out into peace and joy and celebrate the story of our survival. Thank you.
No, it's like, seriously, where that was so sweet. Whatever you want to do.
That was funny.